Hey guys, hey peeps. So I had one of my biggest DraftKings Reignmakers hits of the year on the showdown game last night. Just wanted to go over real quick, just for humble brag and also for any information that may, if it's interesting at all. So last night's game was the Atlanta Carolina, which was a low total. I pointed this all out in the video yesterday without giving all the details when I was looking at the showdowns. This was a low scoring game, particular Carolina, so I would have expected this to be a field goal type game with potentially defenses being worth a lot. And by the way, I was watching, one of those last minute, real in-depth YouTube videos that spawn where they break down the DFS games in general, and they were all about, oh, the weather's going to be terrible and this and that. So on DFS-wise, I actually shied away from a bunch of kickers I had and put more defenses in. Well, they were sort of wrong. I find those tend to throw me off a little bit at times. I'm talking about DFS, not necessarily Reignmakers. But on the Reignmakers, I showed this, which was yesterday. I didn't put the actual totals of the players, and I didn't show my totals, my specific players. But what I did was, this is literally their top scoring players. I just added the kickers on here as well just now because that was like their best DFS value. And Panero came in real good, but this is from a premium site. And they had Moore, Mariota, Walker, Pitts, Patterson, Foreman, Marshall, Hubbard, London. Pretty low total mushed together type thing. So that if you just put the top four players in there, which I did alphabetically, that comes out to 57.3 points. So then when I was deciding whether to build showdowns or not, with not wanting to buy any cards, I looked at each of the games and added up my lineups. And in this case, of this game, I had a lot of rares and cores. So when I put this in on my rare, I said, well, I have a Mariota, Foreman, and a London. Then Moore is the highest. I have two commons of him, 53.4. Then on the core, Mariota, Moore, Pitts, and London. So I don't have any walkers, basically. And then I also had rare defenses from the game and a Zacchaeus. And I didn't want to buy any more cards, but I had three Mariotas. So I was like, well, let me try one here on a rare, because this could be a really low scoring game where the defenses come in. I didn't have any of the kickers, like I said. Like I did like that, and that only protected 35. So I changed the captain on each one. And yeah, I didn't own any Walker or Cordell. So anyway, here's how it came in. I tied with 3, 6, 9 people. And I ended up getting 9th because I was like 5th in the row of tiebreakers. You can see the tiebreakers weren't really that low for a rare contest. Probably because the core ones used. So the maximum I actually could have won was 250, but I ended up winning 150 for 9th. With Mariota, captain, Foreman, Moore, and London. One of the guys here at Panero, I didn't see what they had, but not a super surprising lineup. But if you notice, only 24% of the people picked Mariota as the captain when he should have been a pretty high percentage, I would say, in this kind of structured tournament. So that was cool. 150, 9th place finish. So week 1, I think I finished 11th in a single entry. That would have been like 15th, I think, in the main one, the Fiat. And then I finished 3rd in a deep core 1 week, really close to 2nd. And here I basically tied for 5th, you want to say, but on tiebreaker I got 9, so $150. So nice cash out from the game last night for me. Didn't buy any players for it, and not a super high total, but that's that kind of game that is. And having London in there with Foreman and Mariota, and then Moore didn't do that much really. But anyway, that's it. Just thought I'd pass it along. Kind of a cool hit there. And so like I was saying, that's one way to check if your showdowns are worth building or not, versus using the players into the deeps, because I don't know. I just wanted to mathematically see it because I've done poorly in a lot of showdowns, and I wanted to see how far off I was on all the various games. And I sort of showed some of that in the video yesterday without showing my names of my players or the actual totals. I gave the summarized. And then this one was where I was like, wow, I got 2 right near that. So that's not far off at all. The others, I think I'm a little further off, and I don't have a rare and a core both, or 2 rares and a core. Anyway, that's it. Have a good one. Hopefully keep the luck rolling and keep going this weekend. So that was a nice hit for me on the rare level.